Om Shri Sai Ram. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Invoking the blessings of the Divine Mother and offering our collective obeisance at the feet of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, respected elders, distinguished guests, staff and students, and those joining us from across the globe. A hearty Sai Ram to one and all. And we heartily welcome you to the Day 3 celebrations of the Atirutra Mahayaga, Navaratri Homa, and Durga Puja here at Sri Sathya Sai Grama. We will begin the proceedings with a Vedic invocation. The girl students from the university will chant the verses from the Narayana Upanishad.
Harihi Om. Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Atha purusho havai narayano kamayata prajasrajayeti. Narayanat prano jayate manas sarvendriyani cha. Kham vayurjyotirapah prithvi vishwasya dharini. Narayanat brahma jayate. Narayanat rudro jayate. Narayanat Indro jayate. Narayanat prajapatayah prajayante. Narayanat dvadashaditya rudravasavah sarvani cha chandagumsi. Narayanat deva samutpadyante. Narayane pravartante. Narayane praliyante. Atha nityo Narayanah Brahma Narayanah Shivascha Narayanah Shakrascha Narayanah Dyava Prithivyav cha Narayanah Kalascha Narayanah Dishascha Narayanah Urdhvascha Narayanah Adhascha Narayanah Antarbahishcha Narayanah Narayana evedagum sarvam yadbhutai yaccha bhavyam. Nishkalo niranjano nirvikalpo nirakhyata shuddho deva eko Narayanah. Nadvitiyo osti kaschita ya evam veda. Savishnureva bhavati savishnureva bhavati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Sai Ishwararpanamastu.
We extend a warm and cordial welcome to our guests, Dr. Sharan Prakash Patil, Honorable Minister for Medical Education, Skill Development, Entrepreneurship and Livelihood, Government of Karnataka. We also welcome Mr. Chintalapati Srinivas Raju, founder of iLabs Group and Sri City. Today, the Divine Mother is worshipped in the sacred form of Devi Chandraghanta. Lord Shiva is revered as Chandrasekhara, the one adorned with the crescent moon, and this manifestation of the mother is regarded as the feminine equivalent of that divine energy. A crescent-shaped bell graces her forehead, whose celestial sound is believed to dispel all forms of negativity. Worshipping Mother Chandraghanta is said to vanquish all inner enemies of the Arishad Vargas, bestowing peace, prosperity, and inner strength. We will now have a video on Devi Chandraghanta.
On the third day of Navaratri, the Mother Goddess is worshipped as Ma Chandraghanta, the embodiment of serenity and strength. Her very name, Chandraghanta, signifies the half moon on her forehead, radiating a divine aura of peace and fearlessness, reminding us that true strength always shines with calmness. After performing supreme austerities to win back Lord Shiva, Devi Parvati returned victorious to her father King Himavan's palace. During the grand wedding procession, Lord Shiva appeared in a terrifying, unadorned form surrounded by ghosts, goblins, and wild ganas. The sight left Parvati's mother shocked and deeply unsettled. Out of compassion for her mother, Parvati assumed a fierce and dazzling form that could match Shiva's divine energy, ensuring that her mother's heart would not tremble at such a fearful spectacle. In this radiant and formidable manifestation, Mother Chandraghanta is described as having a golden complexion, 10 mighty arms, and a third eye that is always open, signifying her eternal vigilance against evil. She is seated majestically upon a tiger, symbol of courage and fearlessness, and in her hands she holds powerful weapons, the trident, mace, sword, bow and arrow, along with the lotus of purity, a japamala of devotion, and the kamandalu of wisdom. Though she is a fierce warrior who strikes terror into the hearts of demons, her face radiates infinite calm, and her presence brings immense solace to her children. Her form teaches us the perfect balance of Shakti, power, and Karuna, compassion. Worshipping Ma Chandraghanta is said to dissolve fear, negativity, sins, and suffering, while granting peace, prosperity, courage, and inner strength. She is also revered as the Guru who imparts the wisdom of inner balance, reminding us how to remain steady, joyful, and harmonious in every situation of life. And so, with hearts full of devotion, we bow before her and offer our prayer. O Goddess Chandraghanta, remove all fear and sorrow from our hearts. Awaken in us the strength to fight injustice and the grace to remain peaceful amid challenges. Bless us with clarity of mind, unwavering will, and the courage to walk our path with dignity, truth, and devotion. May your light forever guide us on the journey of life.
This morning, as a part of the Navaratri Homa, Pavana Homa and Ashleshabali Puja were performed at the Yagashala. Pavamana means that which purifies. Drawn from the Pavamana Mandala of the Rig Veda, these mantras are chanted to dispel sins, protect against untimely death, heal diseases, remove fear, and grant stability of mind. Prayers were offered to Agni, Vayu, Soma, and other deities to purify the body and mind. The Ashlesha Bali Puja is a sacred ritual performed to worship the serpent deities to relieve Kala Sarpa dosha, curses, and accumulated karma from previous births, cure illnesses, and confer good health and well-being to all. In this ritual, offerings of Paramanna, that's the sweet rice, the samit, and ghee are made while worshipping various serpents belonging to the Nagakula. Nagadevata Ashtotra was chanted. An elaborate mandala in the form of a serpent was drawn with Adisesha in the center, representing the whole Nagakula, and on Ashlesha Mandala, 85 lamps were lit, symbolizing the 8 Naga families along with the various devatas. At the Durga Pandal, Aarti was performed in the traditional style and the Chandi part was rendered. The sacred Rudra Homa continued, followed by the Mrityunjaya Homa and Sai Gayatri Homa. The morning's proceedings concluded with Purnahuti and was followed by Ashtavadhana Seva, Chaturveda Parayanam, rendition of Ashtakam, Sangeetam, Nadaswaram, and Panchavadyam. The proceedings were attended by Avaduta Sri Vinay Guruji. He shared how Sadguru is performing these yajnas for Loka Kalyana, the protection and welfare of all creation. He advised everyone to make use of this blessed opportunity and sanctify our lives. In his discourse, Sadguru said that Sathya Sai Grama is everyone's home. It's truly a Vishwaniketanam, a universal home, not only for human beings, but even for the devatas who delight in these spiritual activities and are very much present here in their energy forms. Sadguru explained that all the homas and pujas are performed with the spirit that the Divine Mother herself is conducting them. The purpose of these sacred rites is only to offer our gratitude to the Divine, and that we must never ask for anything because we do not know what is actually good for us. We do not even know what to ask for except for God's grace and blessings. As a part of this global festival, we honor visionaries whose lives have brought meaning to many and whose work remains a guiding force in creating a better tomorrow. This evening, we are honored to present the One World, One Family Global Leadership Award to Mr. Chintalapati Srinivasa Raju, a visionary entrepreneur, philanthropist, and nation builder. Mr. Raju is the founder of iLabs Group and Sri City and is widely recognized as a pioneer of venture capital in India. His vision and leadership gave shape to the Sri City, now acclaimed as a world-class global industrial hub, attracting leading enterprises and creating countless opportunities for growth and development. It's a large-scale integrated business city and special economic zone in the Tirupati district of Andhra Pradesh. Beyond industry, Mr. Raju has made remarkable contributions to higher education, empowering future generations through knowledge, innovation, and research. His life and work embody the spirit of global leadership, combining enterprise with philanthropy and vision with service. We invite Mr. Chintalapati Srinivasa Raju to accept the award, followed by his acceptance speech.
Speaking here.
So we request you to say a few words and give an acceptance speech.
Om Sai Ram, Sabandaraki Namaskaram. I'm really honored to be here today. I spent few minutes with Swamiji. I learned so many things that in the last 65 years that I've been going here and there. The few minutes that I spent with him have been very learning, Swamiji. Like many of you here, I come from a small village, small agricultural family. And my village also is blessed. Swamiji has visited that village a few years ago to open a hospital there. My journey started there, went into different schools because those days in our village, there were only school up to 7th class. So we had to go to different places. I went to NIT, IIT, US, Silicon Valley and all that. Came back again to India, whatever is the reason brought in. Been part of the Indian IT industry ecosystem. I was CEO of two different companies. Then in 2000 decided that I had enough of it. I want to do something more closely to the people. Engaged myself with the higher education, with Indian School of Business, IIIT, and many other universities, including the Public Health Foundation of India. So today I spend much of my time, 80–90% of it, for higher education and skill development. There are 2 universities that focus on skill development, the Young India Skill Universities in Hyderabad and Sri City International University. So I decided to spend the rest of my life in the service of the people. Primarily, initially it was, in many countries, then higher education, now primarily for the large population of Bharat, which lives in the villages and towns. So today I came here, and when I came here, I did not know, honestly, all the work that is being done here. I read about Swamiji and his great works, but after coming here, I realized that it's a lot more than I have ever imagined. I visited, Veda Gurukulam, I visited hospital, I visited dairy farm, all the other places. I have not seen everything, and I do want to say, Swamiji, that it's only the God's gift can do these things. It's not humanly possible. And by inviting me here today to say a few words, it's right, it's for me, again, is a second birth. I seek your blessings for the rest of my life to serve the humanity at large. Please bless me, sir. Andariki namaskaram.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chintalapati Srinivas Raju had a pre-committed engagement and he had to leave. Thank you very much, sir. This evening, we are delighted to present the CSR Circle of Honor to 3 of our corporate partners. The first is Dow-Centric, a global management consulting firm headquartered in Bengaluru, with operations spanning India, the USA, the UK, Singapore, and the Netherlands. Dow-Centric delivers impactful solutions in business, supply chain, finance, digital, and technology through the power of process, technology, and analytics. Dow-Centric has been a steadfast supporter of our mission, contributing to the Each One Educate One scholarship program for the past 2 years, ensuring quality education for the students of our Gurukulam. Representing Dow-Centric this evening is Mr. Ajay Kumar MS, Global Tower Head, People and Enablers, and we invite him on stage to receive the honor. Mr. Ajay oversees IT, business governance, marketing, and HR. With prior leadership roles at Dell and HP, he brings deep expertise in talent acquisition, engagement, HR operations, and marketing, shaping organizational culture with strong people-centric approach and execution excellence. We request Mr. Ajay Kumar to share a few words with us.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, let me thank all of you for inviting me to this dais. I don't think I even deserve to be in this dais, so I think the kind of honor that I'm feeling now, it's extremely great. So thank you first of all for that. So we are a relatively smaller company compared to some of the folks that you would have invited for this. We are around 520 people across the globe. But I think one of the fact that we enjoy is, even though in terms of commitment we are not mandated to do CSR, we as a company feel to be or we are empowered to do that, because all of us in the company feel the importance of doing the right for the cause of the larger people around us. So that's how we started being engaged with this particular foundation, and I'm extremely happy that I've been invited for this, and it's a great opportunity to be standing in front of all of you and receiving this award for the company. So thank you once again. God bless. Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir. We are pleased to present the second CSR Circle of Honor 2025 to Mavener Systems Incorporated, a Texas-based global telecom software leader. Pioneering Open RAN and cloud-native solutions, Mavener serves over 300 communication service providers across 120+ countries, driving 5G innovation, automation, and sustainable network transformation. Mavener has extended its commitment to social responsibility by supporting the Sri Sathya Sai Annapurna Trust, serving 41,000 children across Bangalore and its outskirts, Pune and Hyderabad through the Morning Nutrition Program. Representing Mavener this evening is Ms. Soumya Rastogi, who serves as an Associate Director at Mavener. We request her to please come on the dais and receive the honor. Ms. Soumya Rastogi is an accomplished professional in organizational development with an extensive experience in designing and delivering impactful projects, products, and programs across the outsourcing and offshoring industry. With strong consulting expertise and HR certifications from IIM Rohtak and XLRI, Ms. Soumya brings insights and proven leadership in driving organizational growth and transformation. We request Ms. Soumya Rastogi to share a few words with all of us.
Sai Ram. Sai Ram. Like Ajay was saying, it's pretty overwhelming to be here with all the founders and receive this award from Sadhguru himself. I'm representing Mavener Systems, and I'm just an employee. We are very grateful that we've been able to support Annapurna Trust and make a difference in lives of a lot of children who need nutrition. So as a company, we do support multiple pillar causes, and nutrition and hunger is one of them. We're very, very grateful that last year we have been able to successfully implement this program, and this year we continue to do so. And just like how Annapurna Trust is growing, bounds and leaps, and I believe this year's goal is from 1 crore to 2 crores, reaching the children as well as growing it in terms of the map. We're expanding it from Karnataka, going on to Maharashtra, Andhra, and Delhi. So we're looking forward to support the same. And on behalf of my company, I really thank you for giving us this facilitation. And I'm sure we'll be able to, support in the causes going forward as well. Just want to share one more thing. This one-year journey has been amazing because many of us, we really hardly get to really be part of such programs. What we do in corporate world is, just manage little events. I'm sorry. So little events and other small engagements and so on. But I've been attending some of the events that Swamiji has conducted in the last year. One of them was a symphony, and the other one was at Vidhanswada. And this grandeur, it's just mesmerizing here. So thank you for giving us all this opportunity to see the new place, see what people are doing, the knowledge that you share with us. I have learned a lot just today. So I hope to take this back and get more volunteers to support this organization. So once again, thank you on behalf of Mavinia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Next, we have National Payments Corporation of India, NPCI, for the CSR Circle of Honor 2025. A not-for-profit entity promoted by the RBI and IBA, NPCI powers India's retail payment infrastructure and drives innovation through initiatives like RuPay, IMPS, and UPI, transforming digital transactions across the nation. NPCI's generous support for the 100 pediatric cardiac surgeries at Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research has given underprivileged children renewed health and hope. By healing young hearts, their contribution ensures brighter futures and reflects a deep commitment to compassionate nation building. Representing MPCI today is Mr. Subhash Chandra Rai, Senior Lead CSR. We invite him to come on stage and receive the honor. Mr. Subhash Chandra Rai, with 14 years of experience in CSR strategy, NGO partnerships, project design, and sustainability, and a strong background in rural development, Mr. Rai has been instrumental in driving impactful initiatives through innovation, due diligence, and strategic execution. We request Mr. Subhash Chandra Rai to share a few words.
Thank you, Sadhguru, and thank you, team of Sathya Sai Grama. It's a pleasure to be here among all of you. And seeing is believing. I was knowing the work of this organization for a long time, but coming here and seeing for myself, meeting the children who has been just operated and recovered, it's a profound experience. And the amount of work which has been done by your organization for people from across not only India but across the world is really commendable, and it's a really, in a way, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is a really something which is being signified by your work. So it's a pleasure to be here. I want to thank the team of Sathya Sai for inviting me here, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May we now invite our distinguished guest, Dr. Sharana Prakash Rudrappa Patil, Honorable Minister for Medical Education, Government of Karnataka, to address all of us. A 4-term member of the Karnataka Legislative Assembly, he represents the Sedam constituency in Kalburgi district. Dr. Sharana Prakash Rudrappa Patil.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇಂದಿನ ನವರಾತ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತು ದುರ್ಗಾ ಪೂಜೆಯ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾರಂಭದ ದಿವ್ಯ ಸಾನ್ನಿಧ್ಯವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಸದ್ಗುರು ಮಧುಸೂದನ್ ಸಾಯಿಯವರ ಪಾದಕ್ಕೆ ವಂದಿಸಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ತಮಗೆ ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ, it is indeed a great pleasure and an honor to be here, to be on this occasion, and especially when we are also celebrating 100th birthday of Sai Baba. So The centenary of Bhagwan Sathya Sai Baba, a divine personality who continues to touch millions of lives across the globe, is a very, and the amount of service and across the borders with the compassion and love what Babaji has done across the country and around the world is really commendable. What makes Baba's life extraordinary in simplicity of his message, which we all need to carry the message. His three guiding principles: love all, serve all, help ever and hurt never, are not confined to any religion, caste or nationality. They are universal truths and unite humanity in a time when world struggles with division, violence and inequality. Baba's words remind us that true peace begins with compassion and true progress begins with selfless service. So Dasoha is the mantra, serving selflessly and touching the lives of the innumerable number of underprivileged people and transform their life is a very satisfying for everybody, and the solace what it gives an individual in service can never be sought from any other action. So the amount of social work and inspiring the people to give selflessly and serve selflessly, and he is a leading light for and inspiring everybody that giving is the essence of life. So we are all here with his blessings, and with his blessings we also should strive to do what is best to serve the society. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharan Prakash Patil ji, for being here and gracing this occasion with your presence. We would like to extend a token of gratitude. And now for the most awaited part of each and every day of the celebration of the 100 days, discourse, divine discourse of Sadhguru. May I pray to Sadhguru to bless us all with this divine discourse this evening.
On this third day of Sharada Navaratri, also the continuation of the One World, One Family World Cultural Festival, on the occasion of the centenary celebrations of Bhagavan Baba, I am very honored to have our special guest, Dr. Shanaprakash Patilji, who has been a friend of this institution and a supporter, with his government always supporting our initiatives. And he has made several visits in the past as well to show his solidarity and his support for our causes, especially with the medical education field, since we built a unique medical college with the idea of including the rural children as much as possible and giving them an education which does not cost them anything, so that eventually they can grow to become good, competent and compassionate doctors who would serve the rural India, because that is where the need is. When he heard this, he was very moved by the cause, and we have received whatever support we can from the government. So we are very grateful to him. And this is the third year of medical college, and soon we will also be starting the PG courses as the new hospital building is getting ready, and we are awaiting PG inspection. After that, 50 more seats will also be added for PG programs, which will help the children to continue their educational journey without having to break it or struggle for a seat elsewhere. If they continue to study hard, they can continue to study further, and then they can serve the society better. I also wanted to take this opportunity to inform him that some of the very pioneering initiatives that have been undertaken by the Institute is that we are coming up with robotic surgery and also planning a curriculum for training surgeons into robotic surgery. We already have a soft tissue robot, which is Indian made, one of the finest from SSI Mantra. It's under installation right now. But soon we'll be offering robotic cardiac surgeries to begin with and many other soft tissue surgeries. We are also acquiring robotic orthopedic surgery department, which is going to also help us treat the patients faster, and that way we can treat more patients in the same day. So that is the new department, and when I met the NMC chairman, I told him that I think India would need some training program in robotic surgery because that doesn't exist. Only few privileged doctors can go to corporate hospitals and get trained. Can we create a program? And I was told, yes, why not? Why don't we prepare a curriculum? And so that can also be offered to already existing surgeons to enhance their skills. And that is something I think we would be the only medical college in the country who would be offering such a program. We're already starting with a 5 days program for the existing surgeons. And eventually for everyone. You know how the healthcare space has progressed in the last couple of decades, especially this decade of artificial intelligence and automation. Robotics really brings the cutting edge technology and enhances the skills of the surgeon, at the same time reduces the patient's pain and brings more relief with minimally invasive procedures and faster discharges, less hospital stays. The patients can get back on their feet very soon. And that's important because most of our patients are very poor. Even if they stay away from their work for one day, they would be losing their income for the day. And many of them are so poor that they may not be able to eat anything if they don't earn for that day. So the faster they get back to work, the better it is for them. So we are looking forward to that department, and I would request the Honorable Minister to come back for the inauguration of the department whenever it is getting ready, and I would like to have him as well. We also are very happy to honor and acknowledge the support of some of the pioneering companies. They have been very helpful in all the three fields. Today we started with Dow-centric and Mr. Ajay, who they are supporting one cause. If they are supporting education, then Mavenir Systems, thank you Swamiji, they are supporting the Annapurna, and then we had NPCL, Subhash, they are supporting the heart surgeries. I mean, all the three verticals are being supported by three different companies. We could honor all of them. We are very happy. No support is small because every little drop counts, and that helps us to build a better world, better future for the people, especially for the vulnerable communities around the world. So I am very grateful on behalf of the institution. We once again would like to acknowledge your kind contribution and look forward to a lasting partnership. We had a special leadership award today. As you know, we have instituted a global leadership award, which is given to some of those people who have made a huge difference to the economy of the country, created jobs, brought innovations, and put India on the path of developed economy. And these are the people who came back from abroad or set up their institutions in India and started doing this work. And after decades of hard work, they have been able to bring about such amount of social and economic change. And we have celebrated many such pioneers in the last few weeks. Today we had an opportunity to celebrate the works of Mr. Srinivasa Raju, who has been pioneering the cause of both higher education, something like the Indian School of Business, IIITs, and so on, which has helped build the knowledge capital that India is now. And also has built a huge city, it's called Sri City, which is in Tirupati district, very close to Chennai. And that is why he had an engagement. He had to go because the Chief Minister was coming and he was called on a short notice. So he had to rush to Tirupati. But he spent a few minutes with us, and I told him, he was mentioning first that I noticed that first I built ISBs and IIITs and such kind of institutions. But what I realized that most of the educational funding of the government goes to these premier institutions because most of the children who are studying, they belong to that class of the society, which somehow is able to manage that kind of contribution to these institutions, whereas the middle level institutions don't get enough support. So he said, why not we create another level, another layer in higher education, and that's how he came up with new ideas, build skill development universities both in Hyderabad and Chennai. And now he was telling that that is the future of the world, future of the country, where we can create youth with employability. They should have skills, real skills, industry skills. And he was lamenting that not much attention comes there. Now government is waking up, but for a long time this area was ignored. It was considered as second to the elite institutions of the country. But now he's working in that. Then I told him, I'm working at one more layer below you. I'm working at the bottom of the pyramid, where these children don't even go to school, forget about university. Unless they go to school, how will they reach your university? And these are the people who have fallen through the cracks in the socio-economic systems of the country, because mostly it's driven by commerce and they cannot afford it. Their parents are not educated. Many of them are first generation learners. So for them, the environment at home itself does not exist, where they are encouraged to study or pursue education or higher goals in life. They settle with whatever is around them. They kind of settle for very little, because they have not much encouragement and wisdom to pursue this path. So these institutions are for those. So while the government works in the top level, middle level, a lot of NGOs and charities work, including Mr. Raju. We as a charity have taken this cause because our motto is serving the unserved and reaching the unreached. Where somebody else is already there working, we leave it to them because they're anyway there. We really want to go to the bottom of the pyramid, to the last and the least, and help that. I always remember Mahatma Gandhiji's talisman, as it is said. It is mostly published in most of the books, school books. And it says, whenever you are in doubt or when yourself becomes too much with you, recall the face of the poorest and the weakest person that you have ever seen. Then ask yourself that the decision that you are contemplating on, will it restore some sense of dignity to that person? Will it give him swaraj, he says in another words. Will it give swaraj? Swaraj means self-dependence, self-governance. Will he be in control of his destiny? Mahatma Gandhiji asks. And he says, answer it for yourself. And if you find that answer, then go ahead and do that. You will see your all doubts will vanish, because now you know that you're really working for a cause which is worth it. So every time we want to start a new institution, we ask this question, will it help the person who is last in the queue? If it would help, then we should go ahead and do what is required. And that is how we have taken the approach of building these institutions to serve the last and the least. And it has done very well. We have had fantastic results in medical college. We have had very good results from nursing, paramedical school as well, and also the university and otherwise. Everybody is doing very well. And I really thank a lot of our supporters who are supporting this, including the devotees from around the world. Without them, this is not possible. And as we march towards November, we are building the new hospital. It's due for inauguration. I would definitely send the invitation to the Honorable Minister to visit us again for the inauguration of the upcoming hospital. It's a large facility, it's 650 beds and little more. But the best part is that it has got all the super specialties that you can think of, including high-end oncology services now, which wasn't there. We also have added palliative care, which is again lacking in the country, including a training program in palliative care, so that caregivers can take care of the patients at home, but with scientific understanding, not an emotional bonding. And that is how we can help. So many such wonderful programs are coming. We are almost ready to start a genomics and immunology lab, which again would help us to unravel the mystery, molecular level mystery behind the diseases, and then hopefully do some personalized care for those patients, customized care, including gene editing and CAR T cells and such therapies, immunotherapies, which are going to be the future. Added with artificial intelligence, it enhances the capacity of the doctor to treat the patient even better. With so much of patient data available with us, runs into millions, this is a very opportune time for us to include technology and do what is needed for the future. And many such wonderful initiatives are being undertaken. We are investing in artificial intelligence, machine learning for patient data and patient record keeping, not just record keeping, but analyzing the records so the predictive analysis of diagnostics can be created. All these wonderful work is happening in a small rural institute which you have seen grow from its really seed stage. It is now growing, but it is doing well, and we are soon also about to get a new director who is from Stanford Medicine, and that would be by next month. So you can imagine that in a rural school, medical school, you're getting best of the facilities. It is truly because of the grace of the divine. That is what I keep saying all the time. When somebody had come, they asked me, Swamiji, how did you achieve all these things in these 12 years? I tell, I did not achieve it. I did not do it. God has done it. They told me, Swamiji, don't be modest. Please tell us the truth. I said, I'm telling the truth. This is how it happens. God does it. We are just instruments. If you surrender to God, God takes over and does everything that is required. And that is the principle. And whenever you are here to do good, God will always be there to help you, to support you. He may not directly be visible, but God is there behind everything that we do. See, when Bhagwan Baba started this idea itself that education, healthcare, nutrition, water, such basic necessities should be freely available to those who cannot afford it, it was a revolutionary idea, what we call in today's term a disruptive idea. Many people scorned it, laughed it, doubted it, said this is not possible. How far they will go after all? Maybe for a few people, for a few years. But it has stood the test of time. It's decades now that those hospitals are serving, and inspired by the same ideals of service. Here we started 12 years ago, 13 years ago maybe. There was nothing here, just 2 schools and hardly 250 children and maybe 40-50 staff, and that was about it. And today it has grown into a huge, mighty organization spanning across the country and in many parts of the world. It's purely because of the divine grace. See, Bhagavan always told me, believe in selflessness. He always told me, selflessness is the greatest power on earth. There is nothing to match that power. Anybody who is selfless can do this. And he also told me that I am not using my divine powers. If I want my divine powers, then I'll snap a finger and then the building should come up, right? I am not using any divine power. I am just using my selfless love. And all my life, I have never used my divine power for such things. I have always used my selfless love. With that, I have inspired millions across the world who have also rallied behind this cause. And that is how things have happened. And he told me, anybody who has selfless love in them, they are divine. God's power is with them. And whatever they decide to do, it will happen because they are doing it selflessly. So we don't have to think that this is not possible by humans. Only God can do this. No, it is not true. Anybody who is selfless and pure in their intentions to help the least and the last, they will have the divine power with them because God will be with them to get everything done. And that is how all these things are growing. And this is the finest example of what just a little selfless thought and commitment to doing good can achieve. In a world which is consumed by commerce, in everything anybody does, first question asked is, what will be the cost and what will be the revenue or profit out of it? In every little thing. Even when parents invest in their children, they invest with the idea that one day he will grow up and do well and he can earn better than us and then, in a way, repay the debt of gratitude that we have done for him so much or her so much. Everywhere the relationship is economics based. In a world which is driven purely by the principle of economics, here are institutions where things are absolutely free and available to one and all. And not just small 2-3 schools. These are universities. These are medical colleges. These are heart hospitals. These are huge nutrition programs. None ever anywhere is of this kind. Nobody is doing at this scale. I was with World Food Program people in the US. I went to their office and when they heard what we were doing, they themselves said, you people are doing more than us. We are serving in few pockets here and there, wherever there is especially during wars and such conflict times, we get activated and do more. But otherwise, it's not a regular thing. But you people are doing regularly every other day. You are serving children every day, 5 days a week, across 25 states, in 150,000 schools. How is it possible? The very logistics of it is difficult. Forget about other resources. But because of such corporate partners, because of government, we also signed an MOU with the government of Karnataka recently, where quarter of the cost for 55 lakh children's nutrition from class 1 to class 10th across all government schools in Karnataka is being supported by the government of Karnataka along with the logistics. So Kshira Bhagya is the scheme. Along with that now, Ragi malt is going, and it enhances the taste of the milk and also gives the necessary micronutrients. So this is a game changer. Again, it's a disruptive thing. And I'm sure it will have huge health outcomes because children will not be anemic, they won't suffer vision losses or bone related issues, and they will grow well. And when they grow well, they'll be productive citizens of the country. They can go to school, study, they won't be absent, and they will learn. And when they learn, they grow, they'll become good citizens, and that's how country will progress. So these are all those initiatives purely divinely ordained and divinely driven and are just humanly executed. But otherwise, everything about it is divine only. So when we celebrate these Navaratris, we think of these demons. Yesterday we saw our Janapada, Vaibhava. You remember that? From their Yakshagana, and then we saw Mahishasura Mardini in Yakshagana. Now, what is this Mahishasura? You know, Mahishasura is not some one Asura. Maybe in Pauranic times there was one Asura somewhere and Mother Goddess killed him, and that's the end of the chapter. But here, today, you know, these are the Mahishasuras of today. Poverty, illiteracy, hunger, lack of education, lack of access to health care or good clean water, roof above the head. These are the Mahishasuras. And the goddess is coming in your form and my form only now. She is not coming in her, you say she has 10 hands. She really does not have 10 hands. Biologically, nobody can have 10 hands. Maybe octopuses can have, but not otherwise. It is an idea which says that she works through several hands. Bhagavad Gita says, Sarvatokshi Shiromukham. All eyes, heads are divine. Sarvatappani padam tat sarvatokshi shiromukham sarvatashtrutiman loke tat sarvamavritya tishtati. Everywhere the feet and hand of God are there. Everywhere his eyes and faces are there. Everything he hears through thousands of years. And he encompasses or embraces or envelops the whole creation. It means what? Your hands are the divine hands through which Mother Goddess works. Your eyes are the divine eyes through which she sees the pain of people. Your feet are the divine feet with which she walks to the people and does what is needed. So we are all embodiments of the same divinity. Durga Puja cannot be just attributed to one goddess who came at one point in time. That was an inspiration because she took upon herself to fight the evil and establish the righteousness. But today, when the evil has spread everywhere in terms of so many socio-economic evils, where do we expect the avatars to come and descend and do this for everybody? Each one of us has to rise to the occasion. Our hands are God's hands, our feet are God's feet, our eyes are God's eyes, our faces are God's faces. With this conviction, we should celebrate these festivals, that we are here to do God's work on earth. And it is through us that God's work is done. But for that, we need to submit and surrender ourselves in pure intention, selfless intention. Then God picks you up and works through you. And amazing things happen, miracles happen. Even in such a commercial world, non-commercial, charitable, absolutely free of cost work can happen, because God, when He created the universe, He did not create money, He did not create transactions. He only created a universe where everybody can access everything that they need. All the 5 elements, Panchabhutas, are free. All other things are free. That God has created has always been free. When man started recreating things, then started charging for it. So we work like God works. So how can we charge? Then people ask, that is what I say. Would God charge you for air, water, earth, sky, fire, whatever elements? No. Even for your life, which we think has come from God, doesn't charge us. Then how can anybody else charge? I know it sounds very utopian, but whenever I meet people, I tell, I'm convinced about it. Yes, I may be running 5, 10, 15 hospitals, may not be all the hospitals in the world. But I believe that if all the people in the world can come together and at least free these few basic necessities like nutrition, education, healthcare from the clutches of commerce. For those, I'm not saying for everyone, but at least for those who cannot afford, the bottom of the pyramid, as I mentioned, which itself runs into, in our country, even if 10, 11% are in the poverty category, even that's a huge number, because we have a size that 140, 150 million people will be there. That's extreme poverty. And then who are lower middle class, maybe another 300, 400 million people. Then there is upper middle class of maybe 250, 300 million people. Like that, we have different classes. But real extreme poverty and lower middle class who cannot afford much, it means one hospital bill can shift them from APL to BPL, above poverty to below poverty. That kind of vulnerable communities must be running into 350, 400 million people. And it is for them that we work. So we look forward to continue walking this path, and may the divine bless us that we continue to do good, because that is the whole purpose of our life. We are born only to do good. How we do good is up to us. You can be a political leader, you can be a teacher, you can be a corporate leader, you can be a guru. That is your choice. How do you want to do good? But the real purpose of every person's birth on this earth is to do good. And good is when you give more and take less. That is good. And that kind of life everybody must lead. This is my call to everyone. Once again, I thank all the partners, corporate partners, all the supporters. Mr. Raju, who could not be here, but he said he will come back again to understand our work better, especially in his own village where he was born. He doesn't know, but we have built a hospital along with his community people. It's running free. It's now 1.5 years, I think. Saucharam ayindi kadante Raju garu? Saucharam avutunnadi. We built that. They had a small clinic running. Then it's been expanded to a beautiful hospital. There is general surgeries. It's a general specialty hospital, not a super specialty. But now, with all the help, we will slowly upgrade it as time passes. And that's in Andhra, in Bapatla. Kajipalam is the place. So I hope that that will also grow with the support of everyone. Few of our members are here from that hospital. And I look forward to continued partnership with the government of Karnataka through the Honorable Minister and his offices. And I'm sure in times to come, we will celebrate many more milestones like this. May this Sharad Navaratri bring not just festivities, but bring joy, happiness, prosperity, peace, and that self-satisfaction, the self-realization to one and all. With these words, I conclude. And today we have a very beautiful program. I went to Rudrapatana. You know, Rudrapatana is a place near Kaveri in Hassan. I went there because there is a group of people. Nachiyar Amman was a lady who brought this whole group of people from Tamil Nadu at some point in time, these families, and got them settled in Rudrapatana. And there, these are all musicians. She herself was a great musician, singer, a vocalist and a dancer also, I believe. And she trained everybody, and from that tradition, so many families have gone into Carnatic music. And when I went there for a small function, which I was invited by Dr. R.K. Padmanabha, who is a leading vocalist and a very renowned Carnatic singer, known in Karnataka for his wonderful voice and amazing creations. He has created so many ragas, apart from what we already have. So he took me there for their annual festival. I went there, I met a lot of people, and I met a family where all the children are musicians or vainikas, means they either play violin, veena, or they sing. So I saw that family and told, and they're all very elderly now, maybe in their 70s, 80s. But I said, I must show you to the children of our institution that your family from decades has been into this parampara. So can you bring as many people as possible to come and sing? But not all could come because of their age and distance and things like that. But few of them are here today to represent their family's tradition. They're called Rudrapatana Brothers, they're called. So that is the program tonight. We will listen to it in a short while after a break. So once again, blessings to everybody, and thank you to the Honorable Minister.